Hi everyone, this is Ryan Hoyme, aka Massage Nerd, and today I'm live at the American Massage Conference. So today I have Barb Richmond from CranioCradle. Welcome.
Thank you. This is the CranioCradle right here.
Yeah. So how did you come up with the CranioCradle? What's the idea behind it?
Well, I worked for a long time for the Upledger Institute, which teaches craniosacral therapy, and that's where I fell in love with light touch modalities as well as the home massage industry.
Okay.
And when I left there as a corporate officer, I needed something else to do, and I didn't want to leave the industry. I really love it. I want to support the information that we can put out to people about the efficacy of touch therapies. And I want to support research because we don't have enough research about how therapeutic touch therapies are.
So, especially the lighter modalities too, it seems that,
exactly.
Definitely.
There's really not much out there. So I decided that if I could create a product that people could use in between their therapy sessions that was effective, that had some applications that are based on craniosacral therapy and osteopathy and massage that helps relieve pain and dysfunction, that therapists could also use it in their practice as an extra set of hands. So it sort of all came together over time. I'm like saying this like it all happened like overnight. But, it took like 2 years to come up with something that I felt after a lot of testing.
And did you launch it last year? Was it?
Last year.
Okay.
So it hasn't even been out on the market a year yet, and it's been extremely well received by therapists. I created it to be as much like human hands under the body as I could. So it impresses and it feels like hands underneath the body. So there are 3 different ways to use it under the head and neck. One of them is a craniosacral application. The other 2 are soft tissue releases that help with TMJ, tight tense muscles of the face and neck, the shoulders. 3 different ways to use it under the low back, and multiple ways to use it for choke points.
And then, so for the sacrum and stuff like that too, is there just one position for that, or is there a few different?
There's 3 different ways to use it under the sacrum, but it's based on comfort. Right? They all help decompress the low back. So it needs to be comfortable in every application. I base this product on the philosophy that we meet the tissue where the tissue is. That we facilitate the body's own ability to self-correct. So it should always be comfortable in every application.
And is it better to be like on a couch or on the floor or on a massage table to use this product?
Well, for almost all the applications, I prefer you use a soft surface. Sofa, bed, massage table. Right? But if you're using it for trigger point releases and for someone who's a bigger person, then you need a little more pressure. You can lay on a floor or a firmer surface. But for the majority of the applications, a softer surface is better.
And do you recommend this, let's say if somebody's working on somebody's head, to have this under the sacrum at the same time? Is it that kind of modality that you can incorporate it into an actual massage treatment then?
Yes. And yes. For your own self-treatment, right? Because it is something that therapists can use in between their own sessions or at home, because you guys are the worst to get treatment. Don't seek it out.
I'll vouch for that.
So, and you do a lot of this, you have a lot of this thing going on, so this helps release that. You can use it as a thoracic opening, and you can give yourself a little therapy session by using one under your head and one under your low back, because it's releasing the muscles here and decompressing here. So for yourself or for clients, if a therapist wants to send it home with their client, they can use it in between their ability to get in to see their therapist.
So you recommend a therapist get at least 2 craniocradles then, right?
Well, it just depends on what you want to do. Right. If you for your own self, yes, it's great to have 2, but do you absolutely need 2? No. Do I use 2 all the time? No. Sometimes you just need 1 underneath your head or neck. But for a real therapy session, a mini one to do it yourself at home, 2 is good. 2 is good.
And what I found out that works really nice is on airplanes. Because I actually use that, especially in the takeoffs. That's when I feel a little bit nauseous and stuff like that. So I love using that and stuff on that time, and also for landing and stuff too. But otherwise, just
I have people tell me. I had this guy wrote me, and he flew from Australia to Palm Beach to visit a friend of mine and then back, and he used it all the way home on all of his flights, and he said he didn't have one problem with his neck the whole time. I like it in the car. If I'm going to drive longer than an hour, my leg starts to hurt, so I actually just slip it underneath my bum and sit on it. So it works for me.
And one of the conferences, I could not use that because the thing is, I had to go because it relaxed me too much, so I had to stop and miss it.
I remember that conference. And for therapists, if you wanted to have it in your practice, you can just have it as an extra set of hands, right? So it's not just for your own self-treatment. You can use it as an extra set of hands in the therapy session. So if somebody presents with a lot of tight, tense muscles in the neck, mostly in the shoulders, which we see a lot, right? You can slide one of these underneath their low back and work this area. This is decompressing here, you're working here, it's really great. Or vice versa. One under the head while you're working elsewhere.
So therapists can buy this for wholesale too then, with just all their clinics?
Yes, there are wholesale. Wholesale pricing is available on my website. www.cranio-cradle.com.
So did you go through many different kind of prototypes before you came up with this one then? Or
I did. The design, these are the little fingers. I wanted this to be where you could use it underneath your occipital base to give yourself a little occipital base release, because we have a lot of tight muscles right there. So this took a little bit of doing to get it where it was comfortable and gentle enough. And this is hands. Right? So it's the hands. The biggest thing that's hard, you see. But the biggest challenge was the right density. How do you get this to the right where it feels like hands underneath the body? It's therapeutic, it's effective, it's comfortable, it's soft enough so people will use it, but it still had to be effective. So that took a bit of doing. That took quite a bit of testing.
So why did you come up with this color then?
Because I liked it. Blues and greens are the colors of health and wellness. And those are the colors that you affiliate with health and wellness. So I wanted something that was sort of in between the two. So that's why.
I'm a big green fanatic and stuff like that, so as you can see. And what's the future of CranioCradle then?
Well, it hasn't been out yet for a year, but the therapists are receiving it so very well. I'm absolutely thrilled every time I do a show like this, how well the therapists really get it. They get on the table and they try it and they understand it. My international interest is really just, it's been incredible. So I have quite a few international distributors now, so that's really exciting. So that's my future. I really want it to be an international little product that's out there all over the world and helping people. And to come back to where we started, my goal for this is that a percentage of the profits every year go to the things that I want to support, which is research. And last year, from June to December, I donated $1,500 for research, and it was all research related in the therapy industry. And this year, my goal is certainly to double that if I can. So that I absolutely am giving back. It's very important.
Yes, it definitely helps. And
it's small. I know it's not a lot of money, but it's where I can start and it's what I can do.
Every little bit helps and stuff, and gets the word out more about massage to the average public too. That's a big thing. And I know recently we actually bought a few cases of CranioCradles for our clinic, the school that I teach at, just because people love it so much and stuff. So
I do. I'm hearing that people are using it, and they're writing me and calling me and saying, I'm using it in a different way, and here's what I'm getting results from. So I'm trying to get those things, stay current on that, and keep them up on my website.
And you also have video tutorials on your site too, so that helps.
Every application on the homepage.
And they also have instructions in there how to use it too, right?
And every carton. Every carton has an insert.
And you usually don't have to pay a lot for shipping and handling because they're light, right? That's a huge thing.
It's really cheap to ship them. It really is. So that's a good thing.
Exactly.
This is my daughter.
Oh, that is? Okay.
My mom. My mom, Becky.
Okay.
Justin is marketing firm.
Yep. And you're all based out of Florida, then, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm in Florida.
So you go to all the conferences down there too and stuff. So
Yeah, quite a busy year this year.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I'll
And you
see you and everything.
Yes, definitely. So any kind of questions or anything, so cranial-cradle.com. Thank you very much today, Barb.
Thank you.
Pleasure meeting you again. Thank you.